Me family them, una I'll do again. Today, Thursday, the 24th of June 2021. This is SLPP hour. The SLPP hour where they come to you every Thursday. And today, as we come for this program, this is the special SLPP hour with Honorable Lahai Leema, the Public Relations Officer of the SLPP, and also the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs. We've been tell una all these days say the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs they can on the SLPP hour for let we can talk to her. Let can at the special SLPP hour with Honorable Lahai Leema, the Public Relations Officer of the SLPP, and also the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs. We've been tell una all these days say the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs they can on the SLPP hour for let we can talk to her. Let can speak to the people. They don't to say we not the Yeriam because they busy with governance, they busy a lot, and we then at the media we they do most of the job the way they instruct we for do. But today we get an opportunity forเราcan get with Deputy Internal Affairs Minister when Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema for can talk to we for can share on the good job the way it don't do and where the government don't do and the progress them where they go on and a lot of things then they where the minister get for tell we. So what I want to let you do now for share the program to your brother and sister, share the program all over the place. Call the brother and let we authentic information from the authority himself. Where now the minister himself, from the authority himself, when at the PRO of the ruling SLPP party, for let can tell we a lot of things them where we all be done they expect for let we hear from them. Me where they talk to now, me na gentle Patrick Mada Kuruma, the political hot goose. But me also me na the PRO for the SLP North America region. So we get two other alleged them. Now the program where get for join hand with me, where they get with special guests. Where now Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema. We get Dima the Great, where in the Holland, now the Deputy Chairman of SLPP Holland branch, and then we get DJ Force, the SLPP DJ, the man were ready for destroy APC and the bad plan them against Sierra Leone. So with the candidate, which we honorable. I want to sit fine and consider a little pay attention as the honorable they can talk to you. But for now, when I share the program, this is an SLPP hour where they come to you every Thursday. And they make for them with other brother. Then first of all, they introduce themselves as the program they go on. Before the minister do we'll call the minister up.
Our fellow Sierra Leoneans. Mina DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. I welcome una on the SLPP hours, and I tell una thank you all SLPP members, both internal and external, for we una they can join this program for now una get the best education and the best knowledge about the good governance of the SLPP party and the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you.
So, una don't hear the next brother they can't talk to una again.
The fellow Sierra Leoneans, this now Nababa Joseph Dima. Normally when they call Dima the Great. And also Namina, the elected deputy chairman to the Sierra Leone People's Party here in Holland branch. I would say when I relax, while we wait for honorable guest.
Well, people as when I don't see people waiting they help me in the studio for we'll get an opportunity for talk to
to the Sierra Leone People's Party here in Holland branch. I would say when I relax, while we wait for honorable guest.
Well, people as when I don't see people waiting they help me in the studio for we'll get an opportunity for talk to we guest speaker today for the SLPP hour. I just briefly introduce this person. This person now a passionate young man. This person now a fine and articulate motorman. We're very humble. He come up from a humble background. A direct in life in a humble background. Now a Christian is a very good believer. He get respect for any type of motorman, whether you small, you big, you old. Any condition where they this will get speaker, he get respect for you. They can talk say when a child washes his hands well, he can eat with kings. Because this young man, if he don't wash his hand fine earlier, that mean throughout in lifestyle where they come up, a day around big people and a day around leadership. From primary school, it been there around leadership. Secondary school, in a been senior prefect. University, in fact, university where it been there, where it been read law, now it been the PRO for all the lawyers and the law students another university. So not to today, it don't begin for talk for people then. Not to today, it don't talk for academics, it don't talk for people all over the world. It go to the military, it perform very well as an officer. And in the day, it teach in company the rights, it teach in company the responsibilities in the military. It grow very fast because of the good character and determination for citizens so long go before, and every young man develop and every Sierra Leonean go before. This young man, a group of them can't hate him, where every Sierra Leonean been vexed. They treat them in the way they think say it's good for them. But that have been the best way, we been good for God. Because God be one time, let it come out, let them do and so, just like how they do Joseph, let it come to we for let it help Sierra Leoneans them. And that's when they went salon and they go into trouble. Nobody know they for talk for them. We've been there under APC rule. All danger been there all over the place. 9 honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, this person here show up. He show up for the youth them. He show up for the layman them. He show up for the mami within a village. He sacrificed himself for talk for we. When they turn and they to a certain extent, they make all kind of way for kill him, but they're not able to because not to them make him. God now make him. They still put him in jail. But we see how Sierra Leone as a youth man then go. They fight and lay down a ground for let them die because of this man. And when they do good, the good will show up. President Bio, he see the good work of this young man. He make him with Deputy Internal Affairs Minister. When are the youngest Deputy Internal Affairs Minister ever in the history of Sierra Leone. Now, he don't do very well. For the youth, he don't represent with the youth then. He don't represent the government where he still represent that government. It is internally and externally. It represents the party. So now this individual today, when a treasure to the SLPP, this individual today, now a youthful gem to all with the youth mandate. So I want that we all pay attention and welcome we youthful gem and we youthful treasure. The APC the Bamba. The one they will not let that country, the Tamaboro, when they bring her now, when are Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, when are the PRO of the SLPP, and also now they serve as the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Welcome, Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema.
Thank you very much, Gentle, for introducing me. I appreciate the digression as well, but thank you very much for bringing me on this program, and I want to say thank you to all for the good work Una done they do. Sometimes when you don't really grow up to that strategic peak, you got to allow other people themselves the space for let themselves showcase some of the good works and way they do. At least you go there behind the scene. Which you feel say no go right there when I try to make them right. And which will be perfected and we will try to make them perfect. But it's a good job you guys are doing, and I appreciate the work Una they do so far. I decided to say, okay, let me come in the picture today and at least lend my voice into some of the good things that Una they do. So thank you for having me on this program.
We thank you and we so appreciate them. We self happy for where you there, Honorable Minister, because you're not a very, 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 very busy man. You're extremely busy. But however, even though you're busy, you know they forget your role and responsibilities and to the people of Sierra Leone and to the party in SSF. Because you're busy, now that's not the reason make the people where the honorable and they work with we with all the PRO then at each of the side and at the country and out of the country, the Honorable they work with we because in one of the mandates now for make sure say it work with the media team them, it develop a media team and make sure say every modern media structure it develop and indeed the Honorable they do if we did today at the SLPP hour now the handiwork and motivation of the Honorable Minister because then at the PRO of the party of the entire party. So anything what they do for the progress of the party, now they do it under in direction, instruction, and guidance. So a candidate for can see how best will they uphold the job where you don't entrust in we. So we tell you thank you, sir. We welcome you. So I will ask Brother Dima for let welcome the minister as we continue for go with the program.
Honorable Minister, you are welcome to the Green Movement on the platform. We waiting at the media, we unite come to we. You don't be already motivate we to stand strong to fight the APC Tolongo Toge Pambodi. Why? Because the APC Tolongo Toge Pambodi, they're not good for Salome, they're not good for themselves, neither will picking them or generation to come. So you are highly welcome. I am so delighted to be part of this program today with you. I will say thanks for your good job because you kind is different to find. I will say thanks and welcome.
Thank you very much, Dima, and I follow you. I know say you know a very good SLPP, Bobo.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so that Nadima, we don't welcome with Honorable Minister na the SLPP our forum with the Green Movement. You already watch this at the SLPP hour and this is the special program with Honorable Minister Lahai Lawrence Leema and also the party publicity sector, party public relations officer. So I will call on DJ Force for let's say welcome with Honorable na the platform.
Our fellow Sierra Leoneans, today we want to inform the public, the general membership of SLPP and Sierra Leoneans, both internal and external, for say we get with Honorable Internal Minister in the Republic of Sierra Leone and the PRO for the SLPP political party. We welcome you na SLPP hour for making name and Punado, the SLPP hour. Welcome on board and thank you very much. We Sierra Leoneans will not put people there. We love the community, we love the people, we love the country. They go extra mile for get in touch with their people. We welcome you on board.
Thank you very much, DJ Force, and I want to say plenty thank you for the good work we don't do, and thank you for getting the SLPP mixer on board today. So the SLPP mixer plus the SLPP Bobo and Gento, at least today we mix them very well. And the SLPP flavor today with the ghee.
So thank you very much, Honorable. We so appreciate. I don't know how to appreciate this kind honor we. The job we give we that we they do, and the instruction way they give we that we they do. I think say if we go out of hands, you're not a responsible leader. If they tell we say no, we not go so. And we do very well, and we're glad they're with you. So now, people then they watch yonder. We want to know specific because everybody know now Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema. But now, as a young man, people then they see where they don't really understand because you know they talk plenty all over the place about yourself. You go use 1 minute for really tell people them. Let people then know briefly. We really now Lahai Lawrence Leema so that the bad picture where the opposition or whosoever will not like you or not like the party, we want present people then will know the real truth about this Lahai Lawrence Leema, although who they talk. But let it come up from the horse's mouth, sir.
Well, of course, just like you say, many people know that Lahai Lawrence Leema. Lahai Lawrence Leema, a very humble young man. We born on the 21st February 1984. And I go school. I start my primary school na Motema, RC Motema, na Kono District. I continue na St. Paul's Primary School and later Holy Trinity Secondary School. I enlisted the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces in 2006. And compulsorily retired in 2013. I gained admission at this Forabe College and graduate with a law degree. I don't serve as SLPP PRO at the 5-6 years with the go so now. And my job way I don't do as PRO, of course, a day out there when I all go able for tell. And that don't inspire on today. I want myself at least to continue in that good direction for make people for bring the correct stories to the people of this country. Lahai Lawrence Leema as somebody who don't experience so many challenges in life, but then challenges and I just see them as an opportunity. I see how best I'm able to transform them into an opportunity for make a headway, for bring joy to the lives of many people. We at least see hope in good people like President Bill, where some of you see and decide for stand with grounds for make sure say you get the leadership of the SLPP and the leadership of this country. And today we are not there yet, but at least we will make a progress and we don't see the roadmap. We go take we to destination safely. So this Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, a very dynamic in the approach to situations. Of course, the Leema we una be know during the elections. I'm also in a very different Leema now on the sea. A lot of people even will be surprised for say, not only Leema they talk so well. It's me. Me and a person we're very dynamic and the approach to situations based on the circumstances we are faced. Many people will get their own views about me, but waiting clear how me see things. And just like you go to hospital, the doctor will go look at you, it will do you diagnose and look at the appropriate medicine we fit for that sickness and they give you. So now so many approach media life and now so they approach issues. So depending on how the issue come, now that approach they are going to take forever for make sure say I convey the message or I try to achieve the result we I want to achieve. So the mixed feelings or mixed views where people get about my personality or my character, it shows here, of course, being a dynamic leader and we're ready for serve the interests of the general good. And this is the Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, we will talk to. We double as the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs as well.
And thank you very much for that brief and passionate introduction of the Honorable Ray Giwi. We tell you plenty thank you for the humble beginning and the way you don't conduct yourself up to this point. So we the youth man them in Sierra Leone and all over the world, and we see you as one individual we copy a lot of good examples from. So we tell you thank you for that. Now, as the program they continue, in as much as you come up from a political party, today we get for hold you on two sides. We they hold you for let you talk to we on politics. They will hold you for let you talk to we on governance as it stands, because you are one of the most, in fact, you are the most credible and mouthpiece, the one of the you are the mouthpiece for the party holistically. So now, at the begin with this question, sir, as the party they into intra-party politics, where they get elections them and we get dates them, a lot of things they go on. Party people then get, but people they don't understand what is happening now. Plenty people they understand what is happening now, but everything mixed up. And you now the only authority where they able inform, we mandated for inform the people and educate we about how the party they go and which side the party they. So you go able to tell with Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, waiting at the status of the SLPP party currently in terms of
well, as you yourself don't talk, currently they go through internal party politics. We mean say every executive get a term limit within the elect for, and after that term limit don't expire, will they go for fresh mandates, or people come and come for the first time also and get the mandate for serve in different positions in the party, and it starts from zones, sections, chiefdom, constituency, district, region, and then we eventually get for go for the national conference. So as it is now, some region like the southern region, north, east region, then don't complete their own process up to regional level. The eastern province and other few regions like the western area still there on the process. Then go they prepare for then district elections, And some also go to prepare for to go into the regional elections by this Saturday coming. But you also want for note say we they operate under a very new constitution of the party. So after them processes, then the way we go down complete up to the regional level. When all region go down complete, we go the also the thing for the go for the youth national youth conference. We then self go elect their own leadership at that level, and the women's conference as well. We go elect their leadership at that level. And then all delegate lists will be put together and published for 21 days. After that, dates will be set by the National Executive Council, and then we will complete. We go the also the thing for the go for the youth national youth conference. We then self go elect their own leadership at that level, and the women's conference as well. We go elect their leadership at that level. And then all delegate lists will be put together and published for 21 days. After that, dates will be set by the National Executive Council, and then we will proceed for the next National Delegate Conference. USAI, interested national officers, and people also get interest in national positions of the party who get for vie for fresh mandate or different positions there. So as it is now, by Saturday again, we also prepare for going to the elections them. Some areas at district level, some go to prepare now for going to the regional elections. That is where we are at the moment. And so far, we want for thank God, even though everywhere you get 2-3 people them, you must get 1 or 2 issues them, but 1 or 2 challenges in terms of making progress. But amidst all of those challenges, we get the direction and we are making progress. Gradually, we are going.
Thank you very much, Honorable Lahai Leema, for what you shared. But I get one question for you on that one day. Now we they see like with brothers and the other political parties, where they can get intra-party politics, they can defend and they make a confusion. But we know the same in this case of SLPP, especially the new direction SLP, President SLP. Would they say would they go by the rule of law? People that they conduct themselves very well. So you tell me now, let people they understand which strategy as an executive we really put in place for make sure say hala no dey for this election, una dey respect everybody and think they go well. Which strategy una put in place and what una go on other political parties that copy so far?
Well, now responsible leadership. Of course, we get a leadership direction. We have done from the date where it become the leader, the national leader of the party, and making position very clear and very known. Say, you not go tolerate this indiscipline, even though we can get with challenges, and he always to give us strategic guidance as to how we will conduct ourselves when we dissatisfied with anything at the party. We still get where we will channel with concerns, then we go also badly affect the other person. And so because we believe in we leadership and we respect we leaders them, so whatever guidance within the give, sometimes we can be comfortable, but sometimes we're not to be comfortable. But for respect them views, where it means here we party really founded on the principles of respect for elders, and also it's highly cultural. We always can, like, even when we are badly affected, even with certain things, but we turn from manager and wash with dirty linen inside and respect the views and guidance of the leaders. So that's not the strategic guidance, and also SLPP believe in fair play. Now that make even we give opportunities to every party member from the sectional and zonal levels for make them participate. Where in a day you get a chunk of people them way then they participate from that level, and then we gravitate towards the level of now getting delegates, identify delegates we get for vote for specific positions. So because of we structural organization and we the strategic guidance, the strategic leadership we get, where they guide the path as to how we want the party for go. It are able for help, we for able for achieve some of them goals there. Yeah. So we not to any magic, not just that, because we get a structure, we get a constitution with a guide with path.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Now I go to my brother Dima the Great. So then I don't hear where honorable don't talk about the status of the party. You don't hear where honorable don't talk about the strategy. When are the good leadership strategy where we don't copy from President Tok Anubio, where it don't go down from them, all the executive, the national officers, they tend to win out, tend to the layman. We don't bring discipline and maturity inside the party and the progress of the party so far. So Dima the Great, you go able to get any statement or question where you go ask the minister in that direction for see waiting you go able to tell we back.
Yes. Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, thank you very much. Where you don't highlighting some key issues then, what we believe say is very relevant for we within Aya, who would admire una, and we know say the party not the best. But then this leadership structure, yeah, and the party, you don't highlighting now because SLPP is a responsible party we believe in discipline, no matter what you happen, just like how you talk under the clothes. But then now, what in your view on the strategic situation where they go on? Like for instance, the election we don't occur now, Kenema up to now will not even get no result yet, and we see say PPRC they play more dominant role inside with party. So what actually they go on because I want to let you clear as a PRO, the PPRC and we serve as a SLPP. So at least let the people then, because some of we people then followers and they're confused on this matter. You go able please highlighting the difference between the PPRC responsibility and we as a SLPP, we are responsibility in terms of this election matter.
All right. The PPRC now the body we charged with the constitutional responsibility for regulate the affairs of political parties in the country. So in situations where political parties they don't conduct the elections and people are dissatisfied, they can normally write a petition. Well, for we young party, we get a structure wherein we get the complaints committee.
Honorable, we go want to bring your voice near the speaker, sir. We know they hear you clearly.
No.
Yeah, we get you now.
Hello?
Yeah, we want to bring your voice near the speaker, sir, so that we'll be able to get you clear. People then go hear you clearly.
Yeah, so I try to say the work of the PPRC now. I hope you know they get me clear now.
Yeah, we get you clear now.
Yes, now in situations where the party don't conduct elections and people are dissatisfied with the outcome at that levels, what we own rules and regulations suggest or prescribe that when you dissatisfied with the outcome of an elections, either at district level or at constituency level, you can petition at the district level. Wherein you get the complaints committee at that district level, where they look into complaints where they come from constituency level.
Honorable, please, you far from the speaker, sir.
Also, we get the complaints committee, where as well they look into complaints where they come from. At district level, they look at complaints where the region they look at complaints where they come from the district. So it goes in that hierarchy. But again, if in situations where we don't look into people and dissatisfied and they feel say the structure not go according to what the rules don't prescribe, normally people can also petition to PPRC, especially when some people feel say if the party arbitrates the dissatisfaction among the parties that we don't go into the elections, they don't go over well for them. PPRC when are the body we charged with the responsibility for regulating the affairs of political parties. They can now petition to the PPRC. What the PPRC normally can do is create the platform for make the national executive camp and also at that level, go able for camp, they sit down, the disagreeing party, and then go sit down, they're able to put forward the issues them. PPRC supervise, then they arrive at a decision whether not for go vote back or not for go vote back. If the elections, then can then put the case across to PPRC before PPRC, beside the party authorities then they, and then it clearly come out say the rules and regulations, the prescriptions of the rules and regulations, they'll not be strictly follow them. What can normally happen, suggestions can come or recommendations can come say, for go redo the elections.
So honorable, please, people then request say let bring your voice near the speaker so that they go hear it. Then they get you clearly, sir.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
You get me now?
Yeah, we get you now clearly.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Honorable. So, people, we get some technical difficulty here now with Honorable. This program where they watch now the SLPP hour, and they come to you from the Green Movement, and then just like how they say, the Honorable now a busy person. It just take part of in busy schedule because it need for survey a day on an assignment with them get, but because if we don't get in word, say they come and talk to him people now then they make it don't make sure say it really squeeze and let not disappoint the people of Sierra Leone and let not disappoint the SM people they let it come. So now that make sorry for the technical difficulty they go on now because the Honorable not in an office on a host, they on an assignment with a government work, but they still make sure say it squeeze them for talk to we. Yes, Honorable, carry on, sir.
Yes, so as I've been explained, when the party structures conduct elections wherein you get disagreeing parties where they're not satisfied with the outcome, then can petition and the petition can be forwarded to PPRC, when are the regulatory body for make sure say the party conducts the elections at all levels in accordance with the prescriptions of the rules and regulations of the party. And USAI, the PPRC say it's necessary for make them redo the elections. Then they normally waiting can happen. The PPRC can go and supervise the process. Now we SSF, the executive at that level, then they conduct the elections, but supervised by the PPRC. Sometimes at some areas, USAI then see say transparency not go there if the levels of executive body they did not go conduct a transparent process. When the petition comes to PPRC, now then SEF can go and make sure say then conduct the elections today. But then they largely they supervise. So that now the role between the party and the PPRC, because now then get the constitutional mandate for make sure say the party keeps in terms with waiting the Constitution section 35(2) of the National Constitution don't prescribe say all political parties for conduct themselves according to in a democratic fashion. And also when we get to rules and regulations, waiting with rules then don't prescribe, now that we for do. So USAI will not do a proper way people and petition, PPRC can always intervene and look into it and make sure say the right thing happen. So if them don't go to Kenema and conduct elections, at the end of the day, they don't come back, then go try for publish their results then they and also state dates when they go able for do the next layer of the elections. So that is where we are. Then we don't go conduct Kenema elections. Then when they publish the results, when the results are out, then they will also decide on a date. Normally during the weekend it can happen like on Saturday. Then we go for conduct the other process, which I shall say this Saturday coming also we will get another layer of elections. Because as it is now, it is staggered. We not get the same process across the board. Some areas still they go with constituencies, while some areas they go with district now. Some districts, some sections, then they were not able for them vote it. Like the National Young Generation, even for the Central District, is yet to be conducted. Some other areas also they look at the district elections. So we are different layers, but we make sure say we're able to accomplish all of their elections then they at the various levels. And at the end of the day, then delegate list then they go be published for 21 days based on the ruling of the court in the case of Sumano Kapen and others, and the Ali Bangura case. Usai the court been ruled say every delegate list will be published for 21 days. Everybody know who are the delegates them before we go into the next national conference. So the PPRC can normally come inside Usai parties of the disagreeing parties of the elections can normally petition to the PPRC. At that stage, the PPRC can come inside and supervise the process.
So thank you very much, Honorable Lahai Leema, for you answer and that question they address and well. I think people they don't understand this program now they watch now the SLPP hour, and this SLPP hour is organized by me, Gentle, Dima, and VB with the instruction of the Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema when I at the national PRO because it put every structure in place for the party for let we able get strong media programs. Again, a lot of media outlet them where the honorable they work on and they build them, and when it done all, we go see how they overcome more and more and more the lie them way the opposition than they do. So this now one of the side and normal way Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema they do for let make sure say the party invoice continue for day and that. So if we not the hear Lahai Lawrence Leema every day out there, else we they talk, other people that they talk, Lahai Lawrence Leema still they talk because now it don't put and set this thing together for let we all go they go at the outlet there now they inform una. Now this maker they say any information what they give now, una get for listen and are credible, una not listen to lie information. So Lahai Lawrence Leema they periodically get onto we again for the periodically come now then forum there where it does set for we. And for let we not distinguish, misunderstand the SLP hour now to the North America region. North America region, we work on with programs then. North America region, we get in PR hall, where we don't build, and we work with the chairman. With chairman get for kind meet with we, they will develop we own system where the coordinator see and go inform Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema we done they happen. So for brothers and sisters, they will they watch now when at the North America region, let us know say we say get for bring as a region. The region second for bring a young TV station, a young program there, a young communication tools them. But they work with our with the chairman, Desmond Pesima. When that day we reach, we go tell now. But this one, now a national SLP hour this, we don't develop now. We Lahai Lawrence Leema don't directly follow able work so that the party name go to go. So now that make when they say and for can validate them for say they can periodically for can see how they do the job the way they assign we for do. So thank you, Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, for that answer. And DJ Force, you know, all the honorable don't talk before we come on at this status of the party. Waiting at your comment a statement where go on, ask the minister.
First and foremost, fellow Sierra Leoneans, before I go ahead and say anything, I want to thank the PRO for the Sierra Leone People's Party, no other person but Lahai Lawrence Leema. And we welcome you and we tell you thank you for Kapunado this program today, officially to Sierra Leoneans, then both internal and external. Me, for one, as long as the PRO where they cover every members, party supporters, both internal and external, I don't go get too much questions, but just for continue for teller, thank you. Furthermore, I just want to know how size and big way with party don't they grow in line of politics in the Republic of Sierra Leone, because we all know say we get a various political party in where they exist in Sierra Leone's. So my interest is I want to know for my PRO how bigger and size is the SLPP don't expand in the Republic of Sierra Leone. This is my question.
In responding to that question, DJ Force, I want to say the SLPP don't big to such an extent that we don't get regions and chapters now operating. We mean say una self-day and now una don't constitute the national bulk of the SLPP. That is why, in fact, we get a national program of this nature, and of course, they also tap into other areas where people been in the field before this time saying unknown areas than they for the SLPP. So they tap into all of their areas, and I go tell you say today you pin box for like we vote SLPP go get a lot of votes even na Makeni. Also people and think say na opposition strongholds because waiting happen. The SLPP government, because of we manifesto commitment, where now the party property, where the government they translate into policy action programs, them don't bring development program where it cut across the country, not just for one or specific regions, but every development program where the SLPP manifesto, where now the president and this government they translate into policy actions, don't they bring development at the doorsteps of people? So on that note, people don't they come to terms with the SLPP philosophy of one country, one people, and because of that reason, the SLPP really they tap into every areas. Now, as we talk today, SLPP get a functional branches. Now, most of the African countries, them now, places like Liberia, the Gambia, Guinea, we get chapters in there, and also we, of course, the North America region don't they always exist. We also get the UK, the Holland branch. So the SLPP really don't grow to that extent, and all of them individual bodies, then we consider them to be part of the national organogram of the SLPP. So we don't grow to such an extent that we number really don't increase because of we strategic actions then where we take for bring development to the doorstep of the people, and also because we get an open door policy where they invite everybody we believe in democratic good governance.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable. Quickly, people then they watch say when you there as PRO, you get your responsibilities and your rules. Then you there as the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, you get huge responsibility on a serious national responsibility in terms of security, internal security of the state. So now, how you can able handle then two role here, and with the say you're not able to crash it and you not go crash and you not don't ever crash. How you able to handle that way you still get the energy for do the job?
Well, you go to call multitasking, and I think first of all, when you clear about your roles, then you can able multitask, and you can schedule yourself, and you also believe for delegate responsibilities. Gentle Yuna Manwe understand the issues, Dima understand the issues, DJ Force understand the issues, other SLPP PROs or other SLPP executive understand the issues. And much as Una they take the space also for come out to people them, these are responsibilities at national level where we can delegate, and then you can also come out and reach out to the people on many issues, except on that one and they were really big will require a national response. Then I can also see the need for come on board. So once you able for multitask and you delegate, you follow through, you supervise, you make sure say responsibilities are carried on well, then they find the job easy, and also gets you functions them for be done in the way where you want them. So focusing on my responsibility as a government minister in the first place. I'm also a deputy where they work along with my boss. Sometimes I provide strategic advice for him, or sometimes also when he's also busy with other activities of governance in terms of cabinet meetings and other meetings, then me engage on the operational pursuit for make we go able forget a holistic national internal security. Whilst also when issues come for discourse from party lens, if we require a national response, then I can do few consultations with the Secretary General and the chairman and leader of the chairman, and as well as the leader of the party, but also understanding the constitutional makeup and the rules and regulations of the party. Sometimes you go into the minds of the leadership of the party and talk, waiting if they maintain that position for talk, them for don't talk. So it's about understanding your role and see how best you can be able for multitask and also delegate responsibilities. Then your workload they become easy, and no matter how bulky that workload they. So with this kind of strategic approach, I don't able forget the help for make able for dispense on the job, for deliver my job effectively without crashing, and I know ever crash because I understand my role very well, and I know at what point in time I get for come in at for one particular angle. I know also at what point in time I get for come in for another angle. So understanding my roles and also understanding the different times for approach them rules and when I delegate as well, it don't make the functions then very easy for me, and I very much they enjoy them as we go.
So thank you very much, people. Una don hear this now Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, we now youngest Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, we Sierra Leone don't produce not only President Tokanubio the Dwam, and he not only be the youngest, is the bravest, the smartest, youngest Deputy Minister, where we don't get, and no doubt President Bio not the worry, you know the gold safe in Yagba all day they don't find. Australia than they sleep. But what you want to know about this minister, how una they don't sleep the net, they sleep. They pass all over the place in the monitor for let make sure say the country stabilize and is steady, let una get good sleep. this not to armchair minister. But before we go to the other part, we will can give Mahmoud very good music. Let people then get body water. For let we come back with the minister and let's tell you more about the country. So this program continue for give people the information. It can have today for share information then, for share knowledge to people then, for talk to people and let them understand what they go on, and also for validate the SLPP hour for say this now hour will all for come and they get what you for the year. So honorable sir. Before they continue, I want to ask you if you get any fun way you can get, what you can engage yourself in after job. If you get any side way to engage yourself in after job, or na job no more.
Well, we don't lose the honorable minister first. We don't lose her now.
All right. So now I dey ask Leema the Great, DJ Force. Now, DJ Force, you don't hear all what the honorable minister don't talk about the status of the politics, the governance system, how the coordinator, how for conduct yourself. So explain to people and now discuss what thing are you own take on that talk the way the honorable don't talk.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, Mina DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. If you listen, we say we PRO, the try for educate we nation and the SLPP supporters, both internal and external. One of the things that we admire, we talk about responsible leadership. In that role, I just feel like we don't miss out from now for technical reason. When I would like for Leema in quality as quality service, because when we not put people in a responsible positions from a political party, we're ready for give out their time, their knowledge. You will find out say they go always do things that we go make. Una get a very good result. So now that you don't can displace, you don't can get that time which we, even though a busy the time not a form for let it really come sit down with the public and continue for provide quality education and service for its people as people all don't come together for can listen, because the misinformations the world they get around the world, both internal and external. Today, now the right person this way don't come for can explain a very good message to the public. So I commend and I recommend that and I tell her thank you, because when it talk about that area, responsible leadership, it touched me and it touched every listeners out there. That also involved in quality service, where we now get people and we get knowledge and the way forward. If I now say he's a very young, energetic man where they don't get a big tax. Now go there per user, now go there per director. And when a party they will get what they call human capital or they try for play with human knowledge, you the final say that they take people and give them responsibility for men and go out there and provide service them where everybody go rely on them. So when you talk about responsible leadership, I call them quality service. For that,
thank you very much.
But I call them quality service. But I think say it don't come back in the house where at least everybody go down gladly back where they don't see them. As they wish way we don't go up. They be the feel say they don't go get them back, but they don't get them back. So let again the platform, let people they listen to them, because people want for your invoice more than me right now.
Family, una sorry, just like I tell now the honorable minister he get a busy official schedule where they go do, but we just pull them up. Una the see say not really in the comfort zone, but he still decides say no, let him talk to him people. Let him squeeze himself. Now that make I be ask him a question. I think the honorable can answer now. The kind way how you busy with the things say you are always busy. You get anything for fun out of official job where you go say they do, because even in a net self we did a street they coordinate for let the country peaceful. Waiting at the fun in a way they really involve yourself in, at least for let you able to calm down your nerves.
Well, sometimes me and man, if I get me quiet times, especially in the weekends, if I not travel go apply, I will just lock myself in a room and then dance a lot of gospel. I think that's the best thing that they will make to get fun out of.
Okay, and that's nice. So which second for which gospel music really honorable you like?
Well, anyone, at least the one with danceable.
All right.
Because say in the military, one thing they will learn for dance na physical exercise. Okay. So the one way you go able to dance, really you shake your body at least. At least you go able for replace our physical exercise is one thing I can able for get a lot of fun out of it.
And then before they continue, people then they say Lahai and Leema tell like father like daughter, like father like son, and then they laugh just like Banabu. But when they see they laugh. Why laughter in your face?
Because I talk with people and I know say are comfortable with, and sometimes because of your security knowledge and you always get for maintain a very keen focus for observe your environment and also observe people that are around you and all. But if you just engage in too many laughter or laughing issues and all, it just make you forget yourself and somebody can easily enter you. So you got to always keep focus of your environment and your surrounding and all. So much as at this point in time are they really discuss with people that are comfortable with. At some point in time you get for interspersonal also with fun and make people and feel relaxed. It's not any tense situations now we are pursuing and all.
So that it says the new direction they do very well, because when you see the minister they smile and they laugh, people then they see, because some person they text me say, SLPP wanna make Leema laugh. Now say, well, meaning the government they do well. Yes, the government they do well. So now, honorable, your job is very challenging, and the politics is very challenging. So now, what are the challenges then? As the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, for man that country, where a very what they call Sierra Leone mix up in anyhow. What are the challenges the way they really face? Where they really face, where they execute the job in governance?
Well, critically, first, when I inherit government at the point in time when it's economically rotting, and you not get a foot on the ground for able for start. When I get for start from crash, and government get for prioritize issues them on in manifesto. So sometimes when I get forget a lot of constraint for discharge on our functions and all, and especially so again when you get a destructive opposition where when they put on ourselves together to make progress, then we get issues them where then go for drag on agoso, camso. So in the process of also keeping focus for make able to get waiting. When I don't promise the people and so on I get for do, it comes in as a challenge when resources not there for able to get for deploy the right tools to make able to accomplish some of the things that we say we go do. So that's a critical challenge, but in all of them challenges and you also get for come up with strategic knowledge and see how best we are able to drop a very good policy we're able to make accomplish that goal. Turn that challenge into opportunities and see how best we are able to make progress. So one thing with the look at internal security, it get for do firstly with the physical security. Musa will get for maintain law and order, and maintaining law and order in this part of the world. Musa, you get limited resources in terms of even mobility and non-lethal equipment, as much as also you get different public order issues. They arrive from different angles, and each time the police they under then stress then they one way also they at the policy level and I therefore begin to think as to how best we are able to make security the implementation of security also not be a burden on people of the state. So you therefore think for come up with the best strategic guidance or policy guidance where the professionals themselves will put into operational context we will achieve a smooth result and then we're able to get stability. So resource constraint we don't be actually a challenge for like we able to accomplish with functions then. But as we dey go along the way, governments they also don't they make effort for like we able forget some tools then deploy for like we able for make we jobs easy. And we self also don't they look at some of the things and way we go do. We go make sure say some of the challenges then way we don't they get not they get them. And principally among some of them one in the you find out say the Pademba Road prison self now one way they at the city center and we're not convenient for security, especially at times where issues then can crop up. We get for bring the security situation within the city center to a cease. And we don't develop a policy guidance. We go make sure say we relocate Pademba Road prisons to somewhere convenient outside the city center. That way we would able for ease up that area there and use that other that complex for some other opportunities. So when them policy the guidelines and they come, they just come from the blues. When I get for sit down, when I think, look at the manifesto, what thing government we don't commit. And if you look at the presidential state opening state opening of parliament, president be state and statement say they won't forget a professional security forces where at least in terms of the prison, how best to be able for decongest the prison or the correctional services. So now one area then they for decongest that we think say that facility then be created for limited people, and because the country in population don't they grow, and also we get limited job because here the greatest job provider now the government, in not only countries and also una they underway when I get a lot of private sectors. So you find out say when people they out of job, the next thing we then remember maybe not for engage into practices them way nor they conform with the laws of the land. So because of that, we don't get an increase of population in the correctional facility. So one way we will be able to accomplish the president in the policy statement or policy directives. Now for make we also think and come up with a workable solution for able to achieve or accomplish the president in desire for decongest the maximum correctional facilities. So now one area then the way we don't come up with a policy document, as I talk to you now, we are discussing it. We almost done to get the tools them in place and also get the partners then we able for ready for take up that responsibility for see how best to be able for relocate the maximum correctional facility to somewhere in Songo. And that policy document done in place, and one of the capital projects and then the way we don't undertake. We also the work towards having a safe city where say the countries that we find on ourselves under. I not say person not go tifo, but before then they come for thief, then go make sure say they try for attempt for switch off the cameras then and all. So if you get a smart city wherein cameras then they in a places where they watch people and activities and movement, it will also ease up the security constraints then we will get. Especially sometimes when they will go even thief people them, they not able get access to evidence and all. But if we're not able to forget a smart city or a safe city, then that will be able for help now for even get evidence where perhaps it will go for certain amount. Where for instance, if they go thief you in your house, you know able get readily evidence for provide say then go break your house and this happen. But then a video go day of that way it will get that body the way they provide the service for safe city we go produce for a minimal amount or cost where you go able for use that for tender as an evidence in court. And we hope so with all of them strategy then the way we achieve them it will also able for help for increase the security it will able for help for improve the security situation of the country. So then policy the document or policy directives and they know they just come from the blues. It requires thinking and whose partners and where you go able for see for work with, and also how government go able for pull resources for make able for accomplish some of them things and they. So as I talk to now, all of them policy document and they don't they in place now for make we see how best to be able for begin to work for or work towards the implementation. So in terms of also providing vigilance, security vigilance, monitoring, we don't work towards that. We also don't recruit people them into the police force and themselves don't able for help for beef up the security and really we don't public other issues. Over and above all, the work of the president as well for engage the young people them in terms of football and also other sporting activities or sporting exercises. They occupy the minds of the young people them, where at least that self they able for help and stabilize the security situation. So insofar these are some of the works them way we they do. We they think along as we they see emerging issues then they come we they think along for see how best we go able for tackle the emerging security challenges then when they come, as well as we they address also the existing ones them with the limited resources then we'll get. So the challenge is largely here for able to accomplish some of them tasks and the now resources. And but as the resources they come in bits, we also try to accomplish some of the ones that we were able to accomplish. But holistically, we also collaborate with other security sector to make we pull resources together and get stability in the state. Because not only when you get a stable state, then we will be able to talk about development. And that is exactly where we are at the moment.
I thank you very much, Honorable. You try for really summarize una numerous challenges that una they face, as una they make sure see una stabilize that nationally. And then as you say, even in the discussion you bring about most of una achievement them so far. Although now the next question and the will for don't carry boy bring in small, I don't see more the way go give we. But now ask Leema the Great. You don't listen from what the Honorable don't talk about. The challenges in governance and politics, and also as an internal affair, the challenges that they go through. You get any question, Yanda, from what you don't hear for ask the Honorable so that family will be able to understand clearly what's in the go on?
Honorable, thank you very much for all your good job and all the challenges then when they come your way. And I believe say you're a man with vigilance, very strong, despite the challenges. I believe say you go overcome man, you and your boss. So I go tell una thanks because now we don't realize and understand in the international world that Sierra Leone will get one of the best security sector inside the world. Even the APC Tolombo Toge Pambodi will get when you man at Cherukoko a proven say we security sector is very good, is one of the best. And that where it talk that particular kudos and thanks and brave them of everything what you don't do, that thanks of gratitude they go direct to you and your boss and all the securities then where they work so hard. But then, sir, I get small question. Now with the see say APC Tolongo Toge Pambodi, they don't declare war on electricity. And just like how they say, security is very, very paramount. Without security in any state, the nation not go survive. So when a country there where is stable with its security, even other development partners, then they will feel free and feel safe to come to the country. And now, I want you to tell me some of the ideas of the security sector, what we not only, and how is it that we not make the salon become more safe inside now the whole we don't put salon to that index. And also, the APC Tolombo Toge Pambodi, then war where they don't declare on electricity, and because we know say electricity is very good for we all. What are some of the plans then and strategies then we don't put in place because to stop because they see but who put the cut cable there, and that is not good. It's not good for our nation.
Well, community vigilance also don't be part of the deterrent measures, but the security also the police don't set up a special body where they investigate, and also we don't put in intelligence tools them now in place to make sure say we the surveillance then equipment and they or then transformer and they we the Ministry of Energy actually done the put for make sure say we improve on the energy situation of the country. But over and above all, the community themselves will they enjoy them facilities and they self get the responsibility also for help government for maintain the vigilance or the security of them transformers and they will be put out to them. Well, like I tell when I say the police don't put a special team for also look into the issue of thieving of the transformers them. And so that body they also comprise the intelligence sector. We also they on the ground where they go around for make sure say they get that intelligence or get that information where will be processed into intelligence as to make we know the root cause or the rationale behind why people they engage in them practices and they whether na thief then just feel for go thief copper for sell or whether it also gets a political involvement into the process in the bid of sabotaging the effort of government. But we want for feel say anybody will mean well for in country and mean well for development and not go see that pathway they as the best means for sabotage government. Because one thing we know, government will come and go, but development for the state will remain, and that development will serve the interests of everybody, whether you're in opposition or whether you're in governance. And as much as it's a development thing, it benefits everybody. So we also they use that approach for let people to understand say development is devoid from politics, and that you the youth man way politicians and go want for use for go cut cable or go cut transformer cable. You know they do it in the best interest of the country, and you get a responsibility also as an individual, collectively for serve or play your own role for the development of this country. And so that responsibility also, where you go see somebody to do bad, if you know about arrest and you blow an alarm on them and deter that in action, they you self don't play a role for make at least we're able to achieve development. Because when lights in a country, then even thinking about industrial development, then it's one key thing where governments go able for work towards and create the enabling environment where people then will come and engage in such development programs where go create job for people. But if people see the pathway for begin cuts, then cable and they or thief transformer, at the end of the day, you're not able for help development for come. You know, go one for see Sierra Leone become a safe haven. Always you go they just they anticipate for run common as Sierra Leone for go see greener pasture in other country. And what make some of them other countries and they develop now because they get the energy facilities and yeah we go able for make sure say people then engage in capital in investment. We go able for create more job for people. So as much as also we put the boot on the ground for make sure say we go after the one that win and the thief, we also get the responsibility also where we desensitize people them and also put the community into action for defend and protect their own development facilities. Because if they left sit on the lost transformer, it get for take time for the government replace them, and I then get for suffer blackouts. And when you suffer blackout, you get for be deprived of a lot of other benefits with energy to supply. So it's a two-pronged approach with the use. With the use the sensitization approach, and as well as also using the hot pursuit also for get the criminals tracked down and prosecuted in court and sent to jail.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for that question. You already watch this now SLPP hour where with the screen from the Green Movement. They come to you every Thursday. The one where they talk to you now, Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, we are the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, and also the PRO for the SLPP party. Me where they talk to Namina Gentle, Patrick Mada Kroma, me the PRO for SLP North America region. And then the one where Sidoyanda, we ask that question, Nadima the Great, we are the Deputy Chairman for SLPP Holland branch. And then you see the other young man, Yana, we are the DJ Force, the SLP DJ, where they torment the APC, Tolombo Togwe Pambodi, and we are the media influencer, na the SLPP, and a patriotic Sierra Leonean, where they stand tall for let President Tokanubiu continue for make sure say Salon remain sexy and attractive. Now, DJ Force, you don't listen to what the Honorable don't talk in terms of this success story and the challenges that when they go in the internal security of the state. You get any question where like you think like how people that they think for ask the Honorable so that it will clarify and let all man not get doubt again. DJ Force. DJ Force unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, yeah. Unmute yourself, you still mute.
Yeah,
right.
for me, I admire a young, energetic internal minister where they take time, it educates the public and it educate we say. We dey learn from her a lot. I think I don't forget too much questions, but just for recommend them for a good job where it don't do since we be the opposition until this day today. It puts a country first and it puts in people there first because as a young, energetic man we get in kind of position there, it think faster how for making people they go to bed and sleep well. It think faster. It talk about development and it talk about the root cause. What it really make in picking them, in borders them, the citizens them. In the Republic of Sierra Leone, they go cut transformer or destroy transformer where everybody knows the new direction today they for bringing industrial companies then for can provide job so that then say go able proud of the new direction and the SLPP government and the country. So you see where you put people where responsible, where know what if for do in public offices. So I admire where they talk about the root cause. Before they get questions, make I just hit the areas the way it don't educate the public. It talk about the root cause. Because anything when it happen in a society, if you don't know the root cause, you cannot solve the problem. So now one of the things we admire from her. Then it talk about industrial development. So you see the government get plan for a people because here is an energetic young internal minister where they talk about industrial development and he also talk about community involvement for provide information to the public, to the police and provide security for themselves. This is a responsible government where Sierra Leoneans they don't break up. But I'll get to one question now before they go. Mr. Minister, since they be done they arrest them people here, you don't ever make a visit for actually talk 101 to them because I know say every report where the police they send it they pass through you and it they pass through you and your boss before it they go to a higher height. But have you ever take your time to actually or visit these people when they are in detentions to actually hear from them? Because you talk about the root cause. This is my question
Well,
to you.
you know, we got division of labor and specialization of functions. Sometimes when you as a policy person take then steps, then it's a dynamic leadership. It's pragmatic, but also you got to consider the wider implications as well, as much as how people go on for tournament, especially in this part of the country we find ourselves, where people go on for politicize every practical step they take. So you got to left some of them responsibilities and they in the hands of the line MDAs. Then we get to do that kind of job. Let's say if they are arrested because of such conduct, it is the criminal investigations department or the special body set up for do that investigation. Therefore, do them. If you take even when you take a pragmatic step for make you able for try to find out what's going on, you want to avoid also the implications where people get for consider say you want for compromise or prejudice the investigation. So we can normally let police conduct the investigations done where necessary, then charge the matter to court and let the court prosecute based on the circumstances of the evidence presented before them.
Honorable Minister, before we delve into the program special, one thing click me mind. With many Sierra Leoneans them, they be done they talk about, but that one they will not see again. Now, before this time, during the past 11 years with the APC be in governance, every day we be there about click. We there about click, then the fetia, then the fetia. But now, from where you come as internal affairs, deputy internal affairs minister, you and you boss them. We no one day you about click again. Waiting at the magic. And what you and the president don't do. With your boss, we know the hear about click again. What's happy?
Well, for let click exist if we don't get political base. But this government not get political base for any existence of click. So if you exist as a clique, it exists at your own detriment, because you know got no political backing. And we believe in the peace of our people, and therefore this government not going to tolerate that. Um, if you venture that part, say you to go terrorize the life of other people, then you dey jeopardize your own life. And so we dey maintain that level of vigilance for make sure say we go after anybody who engage in such practice, and that get a foothold for Sidon. Because well, let somebody become a clique, it's a kind of society, then get a network, and we get a security mind. We dey trace, we dey track that network, and when we're ready for arrest, not to just you the perpetrator of the arrest, but we dey go deep into your network and make sure say even the planner, we arrest the planner. So when you not get a base for make you able for spring your operations, then you are forced to be discouraged from pursuing that kind of practice.
Thank you very much, Honorable. You know, with people, their mindset don't clear, because from where you don't come, when I don't come at that system in governance, the new direction don't come. That kind lawlessness, not the where mostly maybe people then they take talk and say back. No, na government don't engage youth man too much in activities them. Like what you been talk, Honorable Minister, about the football, where President Bio don't revive, the youth ministry, where they increase, then the one na the like what you don't do in the paramilitary I call them. The ancillary judiciary arms they will don't create like the icon this environment man them where they don't recruit when they make and the recruitment of police and until that they don't make really when I don't divert the minds of youth man them. So I'm glad if now and salute people they're happy for this one leadership and how they conduct themselves for protect that country. Now we they go to the most important issue. Since I go on let you just briefly, first of all, before we go to that issue there, sorry, I go on let briefly if you get any other additional achievement as a deputy minister throughout these 3 years for less Sierra Leoneans they know. Let people they know. Because Bokutin and the people they not can know. They can want for know, then when they think say it not they happen. So if there's any other additional achievement where you don't make with your boss in another ministry, for let people they know, sir.
Well, when you talk about relative stability, where you don't see in the public order issues or even in the security of the country, is as a result of providing that policy guidance, we will make sure say you deploy the police them for able for perform their duty very well. And one such way don't come clearly where these governments don't make effective use of now the community policing. Community policing now side the community themselves they take charge or responsibility of their own security and also discuss with the police. Sometimes we do community engagement for let the people are able for know how for relate with the law and also how for relate with themselves in that community. So because of the effective use of community policing, we've been able to achieve relative security, and all they come as a result of the policy guidelines where they come from the sectorial or the line ministry, when the ministry will find itself. And as I also they talk to you in terms of achievement, when me take up my appointment, the first thing where you want to achieve as an internal affairs minister, you want to know areas then where you strong and areas then where you weak. So gentle, I want to let the public know, say, gentle, you will organize this program at some point in time near you too. We don't talk across this country, then tell the why they go through them borders then for check the borders there. Gentle where they organize where they talking at this program also today. Now me and to be take that all day. We go now almost all the crossing points then at this country are we're able for discover and for no areas then we porous, areas then we man, areas then we no man. And so we then discoveries then they we come, we put reports them together, and with that reports they will be done put together. Plans are on the way for make we able for achieve some of we goals them for make sure say we strengthen some of them porous borders them. Because of that, government also they try to put into policy actions for make we strengthen we border security. Because of them reports then they will be done the right. Government also they think for see how best some of their recommendations that will be put forward for implemental. One of the ways then where we say we're able to get a secured and a strengthened border And like we will go able to revive some of the international markets them, like the Kwendu market. You also do a road where they lead direct to Kwendu. You get a communication facilities where also the other environment and they. So the products that we people and where they produce, instead of taking it across to neighboring countries, you will find out say the country will benefit from them a lot. And also with them kind of activities and they we go able for also increase with surveillance activities them by making sure that we deploy a drone facility we go able for go across for do surveillance in areas then where vehicle not go able for reach we not motorable but we in areas and then in the drives where people can use footpath and able for smuggle a lot of goods where they make government go lost a lot of revenue. So from where we do them border security tours them where we come back, we put their reports them together that day in the table of government, and government is working towards achieving creating those international markets and also bring healthy life like doing roads where they lead to their markets, then they bring communication facilities, bring in police posts where will also heighten the security and activities we will reduce the security tensions or security issues them we can occur in other areas than they. So this is a part of also my achievements them we're able to bring this come to the knowledge of government. And largely also, as I've been done mentioned previously, say we also try for work towards the Safe City program. And this also now one way, at least we don't take the lead in for also help and my boss for make able for provide the advice to them and also instead they delegate that responsibility to me for make able for see how best to be able for work with partners and for make able for achieve some of them thing there. So the fact that we get the Safe City project as a very key security tool also we're able for improve the security situation of the country. We go boost the confidence of investors them in terms of the security. Then a one down the way we work towards and we really work towards achieving that. And also in terms of relocating Pademba, as I've been mentioned previously, this also I want for saying I'm a brainchild. We have been the read President Kaba in handing over speech at some point in time. There was this plan for relocate Pademba prisons, but then unfortunately the SLPP being for lost elections in 2007, and so the relocation project being for die out. At some point in my quiet time while I read the handing over speech of President Kaba being for discover that, and I decided for the concept note. We of course have been bring out to the knowledge of my own boss system. Then therefore look into them and see I'm saying yes, it's a viable project. And as a ministry, we don't capture that as one of the capital projects, then we will work towards implementation. And the president is very much key and very much focused in achieving that as one of the principal ways for able to accomplish in desire for decongest the maximum correctional facility. So all of them contributions they are now one, and also working closely with the police where they develop a beat patrols. Beat patrols now one way they deploy police within the communities where of course every community get police. You see police and the patrol day and night, and that's also like we talk about the click activities being drastically minimized because I don't tell me not even everybody practices and they all as a result of their initiative then they forget beat patrols on the ground where the police themselves they maintain vigilance, they go up and down. In areas that we will not say in a social spots, we get police patrol where they go along their side and they so that anybody will just attempt for engage into any criminal practices, it will be apprehended and then they will prosecute her. So I don't maintain the three approach strategic approach in the ministry where one mean I very fair person and are also friendly but are very firm in my decisions. And so when you they in the security sector, you use them three strategic principles them here for use them as part of your style of leadership. Then you go also able for you will find out say this they contribute greatly for making you able to accomplish a lot in terms of providing stability, law and other issue in the country. So now some of them contributions then they amidst the facts here are not able to remember a lot of the others, but these are the key contributions then way I don't make na the ministry. Some contributions then where you don't make them, you not go for talk them publicly because they are strategic so much to that extent that you don't want to say them because you don't even want people to know that that kind of strategy they in place for make sure you crack down on any conduct we go able for we get the potential for disturb the security of people there. So some of them things and the way you don't achieve, you're not going to talk about them because it remains discreet because security programs then largely discreet, not to every bit of achievements them you go for talk about because you not even want the criminal for no say that kind of structure they in place for crack down on the criminal behaviors.
Thank you very much. That's a very impressive achievement. You know, no wonder the country is stable, no wonder the country peaceful. Even the opposition self, then they attest to that. Cherry Coco, as he go international platform, it really they invite investors and let them can see the country stable and steady. Now that kind of job they are now they do, and President Bill not do no mistake for appoint the likes of Una for stabilize the security sector of that country. Thank you very much, Honorable. People then concerned. We're not going to left you if we not talk then here. People they really concerned. In as much as Salon they now number 10 place in the global free speech index. Now maybe because of the seditious libel law, where President Bill don't repeal. But now the other confusion here where people do not understand the difference between the seditious libel law and the cybercrime law, where this government don't bring for protect the privacy of Sierra Leoneans. Because when free speech day, people then they misunderstand free speech, then they begin enter the privacy of people then. Investors then get for the kind of the country. We get for begin use card then like no they use America, then debit card, then credit card then. Salon get for user, investors the money then get for the dinner bank, then get for the know how they for the protected, and law for the way they protect that they like in America. Yeah. So President Bio bring this cyber law for protect that day and for protect the privacy. Well then I post the video me for nothing. You put her out there and a crime. You not go record me all the talk, you put her out there and a crime. You not go you send pornography in a me picture, neither you cartoon woman or person. Now crime down there if without the person consent. Then they on a cyber law. But this law where President Bio don't bring for control that system so that our privacy will enhance. People then they misunderstand now. The opposition out there then they misunderstand the good job where President Bio don't do for repeal the libel law, but also again the good job we do for control we conduct them, even as we talk free. They don't bring that cyber law for promote investment, for protect with privacy. It don't turn an issue. Now, Honorable Sir, we go only clarify to Sierra Leoneans then. What's the distinction between the libel law and the cyber law, and how we for able to understand and appreciate all two, and how that they will benefit you as Sierra Leoneans, sir?
Well, in the first place, Gentle, I want to let the public understand. Say, Sierra Leone recently ranked in 4th position as the most peaceful country in the world. This now how much we don't able to provide a strategic political leadership for also relate well with the opposition parties and when they exist in the country. For make we see development approach say it is not a game of physical war, but rather a war of ideas, and that is the best way we can able for agree for we can able for disagree for agree. Why sooner they put on your agenda and come say una your agenda and the best agenda over the one that your agenda. That should be the pathway, but not a destructive pathway. We will bring the reputation of the country to the mud. And so, in as much as the criminal libel law they don't exist, we it don't serve as a fear factor for effective and functional journalism. President Bio, in spite of the fact say in being one of the most vilified political leader in this country, he still say if we are talking about development and we want to achieve development, then we got to give people and the opportunity for criticize government constructively, and through them criticism, then the government can able for learn and see who side government they perform better, and then we'll be able to perform better. But a lot of people don't misunderstand constructive criticism for be for use invectives and also say things them where they're not correct about people. So much as they don't take that criminal aspect out of them. Today, one of the platform where a lot of people they use now the cyberspace because they feel say that area they jurisdictionally is not covered by law. So somebody can left now then countries they also and do things them where they affect law and order or undermine the security of Sierra Leone. And if they do it take pleasure in them. At the end of the day, in the end, they at peace because that countries and they then get a very strong law and then they enforce the laws and for make them able to enjoy peace. So as a country, besides also looking at the security aspect of, I mean, the individual aspect of it, we also done the move as a country for the go digital gradually, wherein we also get the civil registration um, 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 institution where they go on in the country. And if the work of the civil registration is going on, if, if the work of the civil registration is going on, it means say we require cyber law for be in place for protect people and personal data. So it's not just about waiting people and go for saying the media, but which law were they in place also for protect people and personal data, where people then will feel comfortable and say my data is secured, my data is protected. So you get an institution where responsible for register or keep the data of people. So you need a privacy, I mean you need a cyber law where for provide security for the privacy of people and personal data we store, understand, in custody of government. So we need cyber law for also make sure we take care of all of them one day. Now, with the criminal libel law before this time, now when you misrepresent issues about people, you bring in their character into dispute in the eyes of right thinking members of society, especially people who place in position and where you think say if you tamper with their integrity, you bring their reputation on the mud, and at the end of the day, it makes them look bad, it makes them feel bad, and it gets away where they affect them. And then one and the more or less the criminal law, the criminal law be they look at. I mean the cyber law before the cyber law, the criminal libel law be they look at. Now with the cyber law, even when we been get the criminal libel law in place, people still be they use a route way a route where it not easy for me to bring them come to justice. What's not some of them routes that they use? The social media, the cyberspace. Are they in America or are they in England or are they in Germany? I can make use of the social media and say whatever thing I got for say. But because the jurisdictional laws of Sierra Leone not able to cover that jurisdiction from Musa you do where they do what you do so, even though you action outside the jurisdiction of Sierra Leone, because of the social media space, it affect the security of Sierra Leone, will not be get anywhere for bring you to book. But with this new cyber law now, it make provision for USAI, even if you're in another country, other jurisdiction, you offend the laws of Sierra Leone, there are procedures and channels that will follow. We will make sure say you will face justice because you don't disturb the peace, you don't a singular action or breach of the laws don't undermine the peace and security of the state, or it don't also tamper with the privacy or integrity of somebody through your own actions and where you not get any justification to that effect. So with the new cyber law, you will end up for face justice, and the person will also serve you for the tamper with in character or the tamper with your reputation, instead go feel satisfied that the law don't act on behalf of them or the law don't protect them in the hands of anybody who wants to recklessly or irresponsibly use the cyberspace for vilify somebody in character or even undermine the image of the country. Because this is very key. When we talk about security, it's not just about attacking the territorial integrity of the country, but even when you bring the image of the country down there to the mud and make the country look like what it is, what's in the country not be, at the end of the day, this is scared any meaningful investor who will come for can invest in the country, we will help governments of the burden for employed people them and also help the economic situation where they make the country self move and catch up with other countries and where they self the economic situations they move. So these are the very important reason we make we as citizens of the country, in spite of the differences, we forget a national sense of responsibility for make sure say we portray the country in image
now the outside world in a very attractive manner where anybody will feel comfortable and confident or can put in money in this country and feel safe with your money. But if you paint a picture about the country as to how the country no day, we all know Sierra Leone is a very peaceful country, in spite of with political differences and with challenges the world they get in with political differences. But we all know say we get a very beautiful culture in this country, a country we get we're a very renowned for a religious tolerance, a country we're very renowned for also we intermarriages, and a country also very renowned for make we also to do things as one in spite of we ethnic groupings. But at the end of the day, we relate as one, and a country will also get a language where everybody in the country they talk and understand. So these are all factors where they show say this country is a very peaceful country. The only challenge we get now as a country, and then with political disagreement there. So some man out of a political disagreement, and they paint Sierra Leone in a picture where it not be. And so anybody will get in money where can invest, it will feel scared. And so now some of them things they are where that kind of law they get for take care of. If you don't know America or you don't know Holland, you do England, you do Australia, if you want to say things about Sierra Leone, just make sure say you are constructive and also take that effort as a patriotic citizen to promote the good image of Sierra Leone. But for any reason where you get for paint Sierra Leone out of your own political thought, you want for paint Sierra Leone in a way where the way we think say it undermine the reputation of the country, then these are areas wherein you can be brought to justice, either by the country who say you there, or then bring you come by extradition to make you come face justice in Sierra Leone. That way we will be able to see a better Sierra Leone, where it's good for all of we in this country, where you if at the end of the day you get a lot of private investment in this country, government no need for cater for all the citizens for employment. Sierra Leone, we boku, but we know that boku if we get a lot of other private investment away from government for employ people there. It's very simple for take care of the population of this country. But if the few we don't get the opportunity for left Sierra Leone, no one for market Sierra Leone in a way where Sierra Leone will be look attractive in the eyes of the general public or the world, then the few of whom we believe say the country will be looked as a very good country where it's good for investment, then this law now law we don't come for take care of that, where it will be able to promote the interest of who we believe in Sierra Leone and also bring to book the one that we not believe in Sierra Leone and we want to make Sierra Leone look back. That way we'll be able to achieve a holistic development. As some of the things and on the way this new cyber law they take care of, and the old one where they don't pull also and for make able for give journalists them the confidence, for make them able for market Sierra Leone well, and also say good things there about Sierra Leone. We're not the seller like paint Sierra Leone in the way we know there, but at least the good things about Sierra Leone when we self need for say out there for make we see them. Me like public officer, I know the say let them not scrutinize me. I always make my character available to the public because I'm serving the public for scrutinize me. But not say things about me where in your conscience, self you know say what you say about me is not correct, but because you just hate me, you want to say about me for make me look bad. As much as every other public official and also every other citizens get right to in privacy. If you say things about people in privacy, where of course is secured and protected by law, then the law can bring you to book so that that person also self will feel secure in the hands of any other person. So that way, when we able to feel secure with one another and we feel secure in the country, then we will say the country done the move towards national prosperity and with a move towards development. So now that's now some of them things and the way this new cyber law they can take care of. We'll make sure say we end reckless use of social media, irresponsible use of social media, and also try to promote the image of a country and also promote good public officials and way they do good for the country. So now the difference is the Ndande and also the good things and which some of them laws they are don't deserve.
Thank you very much. The one way they talk to now, my family, na Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema. We get the opportunity today for take the Honorable in time for let's share with you the information they are way. We're not on here about it. We family over there always they talk live. This is the forum where they come, the SLPP hour under the green movement. You come, you click on Facebook. You will not get Facebook account. Make like picking creator. So that every Thursday you come na the SLPP hour where they hearing more of them good news there about the country. big alleged them for the kaya for tell we more about the good job the way President Tokadubio for make sure say salon becomes sexy and attractive. So before we go, Dima, before you ask the honorable question, you go able to give us more music, now they get body water, so that they ask more questions and go to the other program.
Yes. I don't start my statement. We tell the government thank you. And we tell the young minister waiting in the house today, we don't do this house. We tell her thank you. But me, when you get a responsible government, they always there for look what you go protect a citizens them. And what you go make if people are waiting they now oversee any partner Sierra Leone and the one that also waiting at Sierra Leone. They put their safety first. So I tell them, thank you, where they put the cyber law. You know, I just want to ask the minister how he go rates the involvement of social media into Sierra Leone politics today. Out of 100, how he go rate the social media into the involvement of Sierra Leone politics?
Well, in terms of rating, I want to say 70% involvement because now the easiest platform now we at least would able to reach out to people them. I say 70% because now Sierra Leone are not to everybody able to forget smartphone. There is still a chunk of population who still not get access to smartphone. So because of that reason, yes, I want to say the rating is 70% because of that. And in terms of also people contributing meaningfully to the national development, as opposed to also the one them we be mischievous in the use of social media. So now some of them wait and they will look at that. So if we don't get a peak, we initially start for use the social media in a very responsible manner. For some people, because of their political differences and charge, then decide for bring the country reputation and the mud and also attack people in personality. That is a very reckless use of social media. Because the need for able for make sure say that space is being regulated, the need for that really show up. But on the whole, the use of social media also don't able for help with people and for able for understand what's in a democratic governance, and also don't able for bring government to the doorstep of the people then. Because you know, say the time where social media nowadays, it's difficult for make the voice of government or the decisions of government reach out to me granny and na Kurubola, or to me grandpa na Mano Dase, or to me uncle self na Pendembu, and all of that. So now because of that reason that they be make, we get the local leadership at that level where they represent central government at that level. But today with social media, today, all this way with the talk show today, it get for reach out to very many people. So the use of social media really don't bring government closer to the people, and it don't bring development of governance also closer to the people, and equally so the aspirations and concerns of the people also government the area as easily as quick as a government for area through social media or through any other platform where somebody cable for use or like cable for reach out to government. But the easiest way for make government here also the concerns of the people now through this social media platform. So now that make we as a government would say let we citizens and use the social media space responsibly so that it go good for we all. Government go able for use them as a platform where go able for everyone views them, and owner self go able for use as a platform for reach out to government on concerns that we wanna get.
Thank you very much, Minister. You know, we wanna get a very clever and intelligent young man with the steer leadership for now. Now only goodies and goodies the day. You see, say the president of the Yagba, it is not suffer because you know say in food soldiers and they out there, then they do the best job in want for let salon continue for become sexy and attractive. Now, Dima, I go on if you get more question before we go to the last program with the minister for let ask the minister on this cyber and security bill in relation to free speech.
The Honorable Minister don't left, you know the right now. But what I would like to tell the Sierra Leoneans and public,
Okay, Honorable don't come.
Well, Honorable Minister, welcome back. First,
Just brief question. Yes, they will go to the last point. Honorable.
We don't lose Honorable.
Okay, just discuss. I think when it come, yeah, just talk. When it come, we will just try for rule to the very last and most powerful one where they are now.
Okay, actually I don't really get much question because the Honorable, and not only in the Honorable is a PRO, it don't highlighting key issues then for every Sierra Leoneans. Because one of the major issues we face now this part of the world and also yonder is because of the social media. We get beaucoup people then when they around, they say because they get free Wi-Fi.
All right, Honorable Donka. Honorable, as we try to wrap up this program, sir.
Exactly.
Don't say you busy now, you want to go. So we get the last thing we want to let you do. Then we go left you. We still say Salon down there the economic policy now, the new direction we done the work on. Where we don't build foundation through the human capital development, where we don't create job and other stuff then. So now what I want to let you remote the whole don't come to the development phase of this human capital business in governance. I want to let you just tell people that which stage now we're in this take-off stage. Oh, we don't lost Honorable Yanda.
Okay, I'll super the talk.
Yeah.
Honorable, what I try to say, we are so happy for what don't happen because for women then they at this part of the world they relax, they eat them, food them, some of them free, they pay nothing for them. But if you say they go there, they use the free Wi-Fi.
All right,
sorry about that, Ichis. We go try for wrap up now. I think Milan they get busy a bit.
Yeah, now. With the lap so now I think the other program the family them we go keep them. Honorable go take another periodic time where you go come. But now as we go, in as much as Honorable they give last word, I want to Honorable officially commission and validate the SLPP hour on this green movement so that everybody go know say now the handiwork down in the directive for them will continue for do the party job. So Honorable, you go officially commission and validate the SLPP hour on this green movement, sir.
Well, I want to take this opportunity first for tell una plenty thank you for the good work una they do. You, Gentle, Patrick Mada Kruma, Dima, the SLPP una Bobo, and also DJ Force, the SLPP DJ, and so many others will also they contribute for also propagate the message of the SLPP across the world. For know exactly what the SLPP they do. I want to tell you plenty thank you. And this is a national platform today where we are the commission to make sure say we also incorporate other SLPP PROs of other chapters on board so that collectively we will get a program where we come up with. We will be able to get an agenda item where we come and discuss to the benefit of the membership and for able to understand what thing they go on. Musai then will get a first-hand information, or as a platform, Musai then will able to get the authentic information from the fake one, especially as we gradually move towards the next elections. So, on behalf of the national leader of the party and the national chairman of the party, I want to formally commission this national SLPP, our platform on the social media commissioned.
Thank you. That comes for celebration. Thank you very much. So my family, as we don't hear it from the Honorable, the SLPP hour on the green movement, you don't commission them as a SLPP national hour within at this platform, where they anchor every other SLPP people them or all other PRO them. Now the entire SLPP at home and abroad. For say now we platform this in national SLP our platform where we all they come, all the SLP brothers them, all the SLP authorities them, then go they kaya periodically, like where the minister and the PRO when the national PRO don't commission them, they don't validate them. We're so happy, we tell you thank you, Honorable sir. So Dima, waiting at your last word to Honorable, and we tell and thank you as we don't commission this platform, and then which are your last word as we've left Honorable now, let you go rest.
Another Bokuto, I just wanted the Honorable Minister and also with PRO that we're proud of you and continue your good job. Honorable, you don't do a lot, and you're a fighter. I believe, say, Boku circumstances that they come your way, but as a fighter, from opposition days and to now, I believe, say, no matter circumstances come your way, you go jump over them. So continue your good job and your hard work, and make sure you do everything, because I believe, say, you get Mama Salon at heart. That's why na SLPP na day you come out. We know, I believe, say, you don't look like the other to neighbor them. We then don't get Salon at heart. Continue your good work. Stand strong and make Salon beautiful, just like how Mother Bio and all the power work so hard to make the security sector and the good job they do in Salon. I would say thank you very much. Continue your good job.
Thank you, and Mr. They encourage you for continue the good work, especially for debunk them propaganda from whenever they.
Thank you very much. DJ Force, you go tell Honorable Tenki where you can on the platform. You don't commission this platform now. You don't validate them as a national SLP hour platform for everybody. So you go tell Honorable your last word and tell her Tenki.
Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema will thank you for your progressive move where you don't take for can educate with people when I Sierra Leoneans then both internal and external, and for can also punado the SLPP hour. And I hope say you don't can build a house. I make a call you Navy PRO inside the SLPP party. You don't can build a house, you don't can punado, and today I believe say they go dispatch the informations to all ministry that they are ready to come and educate our people through the SLPP hour. We tell you thank you, and we tell you thank you for your time where they give for South Sierra Leoneans. And the blessing of the Bible and the Quran and the blessing of Sierra Leoneans, the day with you, we will continue for pray for you. Anytime we go pray in a church, we go pray in a mosque, we welcome you and we tell you thank you. And we go continue for copy your progressive leadership we don't show to Sierra Leoneans and we don't give to the SLPP party and to the entire country. And now one for inject the tourists when African tourists they when Sierra Leoneans the way they did in a diaspora made them not afraid for going to Sierra Leone, because we say we are tourists them. We call them African tourists. Una go now una country security there. Una go enjoy with una family them. You go now your village, no worry. Lahai Lawrence Leema did it for provide security. So we'll tell you thank you for that.
So as for the close up,
Thank you.
Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, it's a pleasure for let we have you now today. 2 hours now. We don't take from your time, but that now we appreciate because you do very good job for the people, and we the youth there. We're proud of you. We waiting at the media where you don't bring. We all together. We're proud of you. The SLPP proud of you. We pray for you. And then now one great thing before we left you now for go to say thank you. Honorable Lahai Lawrence Leema, election the car. You the contest for go again as PRO for let give you mandate or not? Please allow no.
Well, yes, at the contest, and are they out as one of the candidates where the contest for the National Publicity Secretary or National Public Relations Officer of the party. I mean, a man we always like. I mean, a Democrat. I like for give space to other people and for also display their own talent. But we'll move to towards a very critical elections, and now we campaign on the manifesto of His Excellency the President. And are they inside government? Are they see the implementation of the manifesto? And me not go sit near any PRO from any political party and lie on the implementation of a manifesto where we don't almost achieve most of the things the major things we mentioned. And so I feel say I still need some time for better articulate how the president's not able to achieve the things that we promise the people of this country against any propaganda approach for make nothing out of the many things that we would not achieve. So I feel say for now, no person not the way we will for show up for able to accomplish that task better than me. Other than that, I believe we give space to people and let them self try and let them show their own capacity and voice. But for now, I dey show up and I dey come up for the position so that at least I go able to come out to the people of this country who know how much President Bio promised and deliver. So because of that reason, I dey contest again for the second time for the National Public Relations Officer of the Sierra Leone People's Party.
So thank you very much, people there. Until I don't hear it, Lahai Lawrence Leema, they go a day for maintain power. A day again, I don't give you winning. Lahai Lawrence Leema, I don't bring SLPP in a power, and we don't go left SLP. So Lahai Lawrence Leema, they may be in the party, they contest again for the PRO position, and they go again, and they lead the party for continuity. Now I see Lahai Lawrence Leema bring Madabio. Now, Madabio, they serve the 10 years, stay and go until we are waiting a political plan at the end of the 10 years. So, Lahai Lawrence Leema is ready for go back, for continue, for make Salon continue, for become sexy and attractive. Lahai Lawrence Leema, they contest back for the PRO, for let get the mandate, for let him make sure say APC, Tolomo Tolgepa body remain in opposition now and forevermore. So, now the statement that they will tell Natenki today for this program, Lahai Lawrence Leema don't validate and don't commission the green movement in SLPP Hour as a national media, online SLPP Hour for every SLPP. So it open to every SLPP. When you want to talk to SLPP Hour, you get issue, you contact me, Gentle, Patrick Mada Kroma, I open up, or if you're not able to get me, you go contact Dima the Great. If you're not able to get Dima the Great, you contact the DJ for the SLP DJ. We will discuss them, we will count in a year. Hence, in SLPP, this I see the pardon open them, commissioner for everybody. We will count you, let no vex, let no make plaba. Dima, say your last word before the program is closer in that direction.
I believe today, my fellow Sierra Leonean and to the SLPP, today is a big day for we. Today is a day they don't commission the SLPP hours. And me and you understand and know that the SLPP hour, it means the green. And it means we are, everybody included. So I motivate all my brothers and sisters, whether in the media, when I die SLPP fighters, whether they fight so much to make sure this party stand strong na Mama Sierra Leone. Because we know, say, if this party in a governance, there is a hope. We not going to come make the country, they will left farm for the APC Tolombo Toge Pambody come and destroy on Nyakanyakara for we. So all my brothers and sisters, whether at the media, the platform is open for the SLPP, for everybody. So it's a good day, and I'm so happy. Or what don't happens today. The joy is too much. I end up so.
Thank you very much, Dima, for giving that last word and of hope and confidence to SLP people and Sierra Leoneans them. DJ Force, what's in your impression? What's in your last word of hope and happiness? Like where we Honorable Minister and the PRO of the National Party, even where they go for that, we elect them back. Now we don't have commission this platform. So you tell people and tell them thank you as we close.
When I make with the call upon Sierra Leoneans then for me they believe in one country, one people. We are proud of our party on democratic credential and the role of responsibility. So today, I they call upon the delegates them. They go for national elections. May they re-elect Lahai Lawrence Leema as it don't clearly, declare to the nation, say they go back for that position there. So we don't see and say the manifesto of President Bio is selling before it become internal ministers today, and will tell all listeners the thank you, and will tell Lahai Lawrence Leema thank you. We don't come punado the SLPP hour under the green movement, and I tell you also, Gentle, thank you. And all listeners out there, Dima, participant, everybody will tell una thank you. Una come and they get education and una get for see more ministers, parastatals than under the SLPP hour. So I tell una all thank you, and I hope so everybody will get for go cast a vote. Make you not forget for vote for Lahai Lawrence Leema for the PRO inside the SLPP party. Thank you. Me with the DJ Force, the SLPP DJ.
Famulem, that one we talk to now na DJ Force and the other na Dima, the big three. Me na Gentle with Glady and ICU Yeri, Lahai Lawrence Leema don't declare again. Now follow no say it go back, it still continue for help the party. This na the SLP hour. Anybody we want come. Now the SLP hour just like I say, let contact the big three, let contact we, and you will able to come, it open up, like when the minister don't declare and open up to every minute. We not get for see ministers in aya, we not get for see department heads in aya, we not get for see agency heads in aya, we not get for see SLPP politicians in aya, big funds them, we not get for see other PRO then all other region in aya. We all get for the camp because we they work collectively. Now that work they Leema say na so for do. All man they work together. Any other SLP policy we want get a program. They want kaya. Let's just connect with. We they bring you inside the SLP hour every Thursday. We they connect and charge your phone, take your popcorn and sit up for long continue for let we serve this country and make sure say President Okanobi in plan for make Salon become sexy and attractive. It will continue. Me when they talk to now. Me na Gentle Patrick Mada Kuruma. You don't pay me in the fry. And for don't pay you the nyaka nyaka. Me also, me na the PRO for the SLPP North America region. Me family. Una thank you for una time and patience for listening to this program and una tata. So we listen out to Martin.